Hi Leo, my name is Audrey Alison. Thanks for joining me for your August 2015 forecast for the month. And thank you for subscribing to my channel and my Facebook page. Thanks for the likes at Audrey Alison Astrology and Tarot. I love August. Happy birthday to you again. All right, let's get into it because this month is all about your second house of finances and possessions and your self-worth and your first house of self and the body. So I'd love to start with an aspect in astrology that's occurring on August 3rd between Jupiter, stationed in your sign, with Saturn at the 28-degree mark of Scorpio. Just as Saturn's getting ready to exit next month and enter into Sagittarius, there's a square on the 3rd affecting the first house of self and the fourth house of home, or the foundation, the mother, the maternal figure. There could be some tensions on this day because a square is not a harmonious aspect. It's not a trine. And there's tension and restriction with Saturn while Jupiter's there trying to expand. And Jupiter's also getting ready to leave your sign. So this friction you might feel it at the top of the 3rd, but it's not a day for action. It's a day to let this pass, because on the same day, on the 3rd, we're experiencing a grand water trine. No more fire trine right now. Well, between Uranus and Jupiter, yes. However, the grand water trine exists between Cancer, Mars in Cancer at the 27-degree mark, Saturn in Scorpio at 28 degrees, and then the moon who enters Pisces on that day on the 3rd. So the moon is what triggers this grand trine, and this is between the very quiet spiritual houses, the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th. The fourth house of the mother, or the home, the environment, the foundation, your roots. The 8th house of spirituality or property, wills, inheritance, death, secrets. And the 12th house of spirituality again, but the house of rest, the house of peace and quiet. And with the water trine, this is very psychic energy, and it's a time for downloading, and it's a very internal awareness that's occurring on that day. It could apply to in different ways, obviously, for everyone, but it is a day to be noted as a day to not take action, because there's a lot of water and a lot of tension, and this is a day to experience the emotion and see how you feel on the 4th in order to take some action. On the 7th of August, Mercury makes his transit into Virgo, and this is where the second house is now triggered, and your second house is about to get super triggered when Jupiter enters there on the 11th. But Mercury details communication, analysis, contacts, clients, the vehicle, local travel, siblings. In the second house of possessions and self-worth and self-value and your finances and your dinero, and this is super for people who are looking for clients, who need to be in communication with others in order to earn their living, in order to get paid. Mercury is giving you a lot of information and details on how your money can be best invested, or where to budget, how to budget. He's there for 20 days, so take advantage of him in that sector. He's there through the 27th of August. On the 8th, Mars enters Leo. This is amazing because Jupiter is still with you, and just because Jupiter leaves there doesn't mean that his presence isn't felt. The afterglow of Jupiter is residing in your first house, and when planets move, their energy doesn't just completely shift, close off, and then that's it. They moved on. The energy, this is the cosmos we're talking. These are gases in the sky. These are energy. These are particles. There is light. There is expansion. So yes, Jupiter will still be felt, the remnants of him in the first house. But Mars is entering Leo. Stamina, action, drive, will, determination, energy, passion in the first house. the desire to work out, the desire to be creative. What makes you fiery? Where is your fire? What makes you feisty? Watch your aggression when Mars is in the first house. The road rage could be a little obnoxious then, but you want to expel a lot of energy when Mars is in your first. Workout routines can be easily established and handled. You have a 2-month period of time with Mars with you in your first house of body. Lots of energy, lots of sex, lots of action can happen when Mars is in the first. And now on the 11th, Jupiter bids farewell to the sign of Leo and enters Virgo. But we don't mind this too much, do we, Leo and Leo rising? Because this is when he enters the money sector for 13 months. What's up with that? We're ready for it. Please watch your ascendant for forecasts and transits. It's more accurate to your natal house positioning on your astrological chart, your natal chart. However, on the solar scopes, yes, you will feel Jupiter hitting your money house for 13 months, Leo. And all of the faith and optimism that he bestowed upon you in the first house can now be rooted and implemented in your earnings. I know your earnings have boosted in the last year. Now it's even a bigger boost because this is about how you're feeling about your money, what you think you're worth, what you deserve. You could increase your rates. You could increase what you are due and get your promotions and go up for the big money, go for the big whammies. And this is a 13-month experience, and then Jupiter will not hit this sector for 12 years. So really, I mean, this is really about expansion and where you are at a certain level of your life. If you look back 12 years ago, come August 11th, where were you financially? Was there a boost as well? Because 12 years ago was the last time Jupiter was in this money house for you. And you could notice maybe there was an increase or a purchase or an expansion of some sort in your life. On the 14th, we have our new moon at 21 degrees Leo. So this is what's up. This is your new moon, Leo. This is a spectacular month for you. And I don't mean to sound biased because I'm a Leo rising, but this is the astrology. Now, the new moon in your first house is conjunct Mars, conjunct the sun, which is everything, the life force, and conjunct Venus, who is retrograde until September 6th in your first house, goes direct through October 8th. So you've got some major energy with you. I love that. The new moon in Leo is about you setting your intentions for the full 365-day calendar year. When the new moon falls in your sign, it's best to do an annual intentions list. Now, monthly, you can do the 28-day lunar cycle list, which is fine, but set your intentions on this annual new moon in Leo for the full year. Because this, you can write a lot of what you want reflected back to you. What do you want mirrored to your life? This is the list. Don't come from a place of lack, like I only need or I want this. I would already thank the universe for what it is that you will be receiving as if you've already received it. State your intentions such as, I am so happy that I have all the abundance that I need in my life effortlessly, and will continue to do so throughout this annual lunar cycle, or something like that. Coming from a place of you don't need it because that's from a place of lack. Act as if you've already achieved and obtained this. That's the secret. Now on the 23rd, the sun enters Virgo as well. So this is all about the finances for you. Really spectacular energy. The life force of the sun, Jupiter, Mars, Venus, they're all hanging out now. They're all hanging out now in Virgo. Sorry, I'm hearing some things. I really want to get to the cards too, but I have two more transits to discuss. Mercury on the 27th enters Libra. This is the third house of communications. So the whole month is about the first and second house, with the exception of the Mercury transit. Now, this is really about local travel, siblings, stimulation, contacts, because Mercury is very comfortable in the third house, as Gemini is stationed there on the solar wheel, and Mercury governs Gemini. So he can really get things done in the third house, spending time with the siblings, and smaller travel, smaller vacations are able to happen here, and information and details coming across very smoothly. On the 29th, we have our full moon at 6 degrees of Pisces in your 8th house of intimacy, in your 8th house of property and shared resources. So there's an awareness here. There's a culmination in the 8th house. There could be an ending to an intimacy that you're not feeling anymore. There could be an ending to the sale of a property or a piece of land that is removed from the family through maybe a will or a sale or an inheritance that is sold or finalized. Also, Leo, just putting it out there, the 8th house is the house of death, and when there's a full moon in the 8th, you can hear of someone's transitioning at that time, someone's full passing. I want to see what the cards have to say, and I just got the Morgan Greer tarot deck from the French Quarter of New Orleans by Bill Greer. I loved the illustration and the artwork on the cards, so I'm going to use them. I'm introducing them into my life after I've blessed them. And I know that they're going to give you some good information. I wouldn't be surprised if I received a lot of coin cards here. But let's see what is up for Leo. Ooh, one popped out. I'll keep him up. I also wanted to tell you, Leos, I'm having, I was asked back to be a special guest on Goddess Alive radio, talk show, blog radio. So I will be reading for people who call in, free tarot tasters, on August 9th. So if you'd like more information about that show, you can check out the motherhouseofthegoddess.com, and they'll have more information and details about my arrival on the 9th. So, and also if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. Leo, let's see what we got for you. First card, 4 of Swords, rest, thought, relaxation, recuperation. 4 of Wands, the 4s are coming up now, ceremony, marriage, commitment, the bride and the groom. The World. Look at this card. Look how pretty. I'm excited because I'm just getting to see all of these for the first time. And I am saying in each reading, but I love how the illustrations run all the way to the edge. There's no border on these cards. They're just completely, they're beautiful. Now, the World is next to the Sun, the happiest, most successful card. It encompasses a full circle. It has that laurel wreath energy around it, or the bay leaves around it. Coming full circle, a full completion of sorts. And the Hierophant. This has come up in a few people's readings. Study, spirituality, the learning, counsel, a guru. Having faith in yourself. Now this card flipped out first while I was shuffling, and it's the King of Swords. Look how beautiful. Jeez, I'm obsessed with these. This is an air sign, male, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. Also an attorney figure. Legal advice is what I'm getting. Now, you know, a lot of you Leos are dealing with inheritance or property issues or things that you've been waiting on. Settlements. That's the word I'm looking for. Settlements. And he's the catalyst to handle this. The attorney. You've been thinking about how this will get resolved. I think this applies for a lot of you. And this is the ceremony, the completion or the selling of the land, or the ceremony of getting someone's ashes back, getting an urn. Okay, well, I'm sorry for those of you who have lost people. But it's coming full circle. What you've waited for, this could have taken a year's time. It's coming back to you, and don't lose touch with the Hierophant spirituality at this point. It's time for completion, but there's still things to be learned through this experience. And the King of Swords is here to help you. I feel like some of you are dealing with maybe an attorney figure, or this could also be read as a boss, an authority figure, a policeman, a detective, someone investigating. This is, gosh, I love what I do, but sometimes I hear the craziest shit. Okay, so this is what I heard. I'm just going to go with it because this is what I'm here for. I'm a messenger. Some of you are being investigated as to whether or not your marriage is legitimate. Some of you might have married. Now listen, Leo, you could cause a scandal or two, but some of you might have married for green cards. I heard green cards. Okay, so say you were paid to like marry someone from another country to get some money. This might be investigated, and you have to go through proving that this is really legitimate, is really what it seems. Interesting, and good luck with that. Either way, there's lessons to be learned through this experience, and the Hierophant will certainly teach you. This is also getting in touch with what is right, what is spiritual, atonement. So if any of you are feeling guilty for some of your actions, know that you're in a very different place than you were 1 full year ago, full circle, a year's time, all 4 seasons. And I find that this is symbolic, the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Swords. For each thought you had, there's an emotional response to it. Or for each idea that came to you through rest can now be taken action. For every sword, there's a wand. For every thought, there is fire, there is action. So take action upon what you're thinking, Leo, and you will have success and victory, because the King of Swords has success behind him as well. He's very clear thinking, and positive thinking is important as well. Thank you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I wish you a beautiful August, a happy birthday, and I will see you next month.